chance. When come for you, only go like once. Life move fast when you do what you want. At this time, doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want. What you want?
My new bitch look like Tyler Berry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch front like Jackie Brown.
Hola mis amores, bienvenidos otra vez a mi canal. Thank you very much for tuning in on this new video, and if you're not part of the family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But for all my subscribers that clicked on this video, thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Un beso enorme a todos. So today's video is about a makeup look. As you can see, I have my model here. She's a dark skin, melanin, sumptuous, beautiful girl. So I'm just prepping her face. I've wiped her face with my makeup wipe, and now I'm just going ahead to lift her eyebrow up with my Morphe wax cream. So I'm just brushing the brows up so they can set really nice and ready for me to work on. So I'm just brushing it out and just oh my god, so I'm just gonna make sure the brows are well lifted and ready. So now I've just applied my Embryolisse prep cream on her face, so I'm just gonna spread that all around with my concealer brush and let that sit for about 5 minutes, and we'll start with the foundation. So yeah, I'm using her MAC foundation. This is the darkest shade. I'm not quite sure what shade is this, but I'll probably link it down below. So I'm using the MAC shade, so I'm just spreading that all around her face, right on the right areas. So I'm grabbing my foundation brush and I'm just blending that foundation properly all around the face. I did not use a beauty blender this time because I wasn't having any beauty blender with me, so I went ahead and used my foundation brush. So I'm just blending that all around the face, just make sure is reaching all the areas of her face, and I'm just like damping with little steps of swipe. So I'll swipe and damp, swipe and damp, swipe and damp, so the foundation sits right in her skin. So that's what I'm doing right now. I just spread the foundation all around, and as you can see, her skin is glowy, is shiny. This is because of the Embryolisse preppy cream I used. So now I'm going ahead with my Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Chestnut. So I'm just going to put that underneath her eyes, on her forehead, underneath her nose, and on her chin, I think. I'm not sure. So I just grabbed my beauty blender and I'm just gonna blend that. First of all, I'm going to start blending that just at the outer corner of her cheek. Then I'm going to leave the inner side to dry for a bit before I blend it. So the reason why I do that is because I want the inner side of her eyes to really pop. So that's why I left it for about 5 minutes without touching that area, so that bit could dry, and by the time I blend it, it's going to give full coverage. When I say full coverage, like full coverage. So I've just left that to dry a little bit, and I'm just blending her forehead. And now I've grabbed my Morphe Continuous Mist Spray, and I'm just spraying the face, the entire face, and let it dry for like 2 minutes. And I went ahead and blended the inner side of her eyes. As you can see, it's giving full coverage. When you allow your concealer to sit for a while and on the inner side of the eyes, it gives you full coverage, like it covers everything it has to cover. So now I've just gone ahead with a darker shade of my liquid blush, and this is actually not a liquid blush, this is a foundation, but it's in dark shade. So I'm just using that as the contour stick, but at the same time it acts as blush, because you can see the shade is a bit lighter than her skin. So I've blended that in. Now I went ahead with my setting powder from Huda Beauty. So I'm just applying that on the inner side of her eye and just spreading it to the outer corner and giving it like damp movements. Like I'll just damp it in and then press it inward so it can properly set the inner of her eyes, and I blend the outer corner so it doesn't look like ashy. So I'll just go ahead and apply underneath her lips, on the corner where I did the contour, and I'm just like blend that now. So now I'm going ahead with my contour powder shade, and I'm just gonna like touch on top of the place I did the liquid contour. So I'm just contouring all over her face and on her cheekbones so this can look more natural. So on top of this I'm going to be applying the blush, but meanwhile I'm just blending all the corners where I applied the setting powder. So now I'm going to go ahead with the eyebrow. I'm dusting out the setting powder I placed on the eyebrow. So now I'm going to line the eyebrow with my eyebrow pencil. This pencil is from one of my local beauty shop. It's in the darkest brown, like dark chocolate. So I'm just drawing the brows. So my model, she has like a very thick brows, so I decided to go for a thick look. So I'm just drawing the brows around, and I'm gonna go ahead and conceal with my chestnut Born This Way concealer. Basically, I'm saying either way we about to slide. Can't let this one slide. Don't you wanna dance with me? So now I've grabbed my chestnut Born This Way concealer and I'm highlighting and correcting the eyebrow. As you can see, it makes a huge difference. The look looks really, really, really nice. Like it's beginning to give what it's meant to give. So I'm just correcting the brows and drawing that straight line. As you all can see, like it's super hard for me to draw a straight line because at this point I was carrying my baby on my back because she was crying. So I had to like carry her and I couldn't really concentrate when I was drawing the brows, but I think I did well. I did quite well while drawing the brows. I didn't make any mistakes, but at the end I ended up correcting any mistakes. So I'm just blending the concealer now that I did earlier. Sorry, excuse my grammatical excuse my grammatics, sorry guys. So I'm just going ahead to blend the concealer now, and as you can see I'm just blending that to the inner side of her eyelid so that can act as eyeshadow primer. Okay, so now we're going to start with the eyeshadow. What I'm doing first, I use like a lighter shade for my Morphe palette. It's like a light, very subtle orange nude, not nude, but like an orange cherry color. So I'm just using that as a prep and as a base. So I'm just applying that all over the eyeshadow as a base color. Then I'm gonna go ahead and blend that all around. So after blending that all around, I've grabbed a darker shade. This is a dark blue, so I'm just applying that on the outer corner of her eyelid to act as the eyeliner kind of. So I'm just doing that on one eye, I'm doing the same thing on the other eye, and I kind of like give it that elongated look to give it the effect of an eyeliner. So now I've grabbed my P. Louise primer. Sorry, I've grabbed my P. Louise eyeshadow primer, and I've just used my finger to apply that on the eyelid, and I'm going to like spread it around. I'm not just going to spread it all over the eyeshadow, all over the eyelid. I'm just going to spread it on the inner side where I want the eyeshadow orange color to go. But I'm going to grab my brush and I'm going to blend that properly so we don't have any ashiness. So I'm just blending that around. Then I've grabbed my orange eyeshadow shade from my Morphe palette, and I'm just applying that the top. I'm just blending it appropriately. So after applying the orange eyeshadow, I'm going to go back to my eyeliner effects. So I went ahead and tapped on the blue eyeshadow shade, and I'm just intensifying the eyeline, the look. So I'm just gonna like blend it properly so it looks more even, and I'm still adding a bit more of the orange eyeshadow so that can pop more.
See me in the mirror, I duck myself. Don't need much, so fuck my wealth.
So at this point, I went ahead and I applied the eyelashes. I think I did this off camera because I think something went off with my camera, so I did this off camera. And I'm so sorry if if I'm covering the model's face. I really do struggle to do makeup and not cover the model's face with my hand. I don't know how these makeup artists do it, that you can only see the model's face while you're doing your makeup. Like while you're watching the video, you can only see the model's face, you only see the makeup artist's hand, and while I'm doing this, you can see the whole of my hand, like my whole arm is showing. I don't know how you guys do it, so please, anyone that has any idea of how you do it, please teach me. While I'm filming a video like this, I only want my finger or my hand to be showing on the model's face, not my entire hand. I don't know how you guys do it, but please, anyone that knows the tactics, please show me. So I'm sorry if my hand is covering what I'm doing. I'm super sorry, but what I just did, I applied the blush, and now I want to like use my beauty blender and my setting powder to give it that eyeliner effect. And here I've already finished with the eyes, so I've head ahead to her. So here I've just gone straight to the lips. I'm using my MAC lip pencil in the shade chestnut. So I'm using that to line the outer side of her lips. I'm just gonna line that and then blend it all together. And then I've grabbed my Morphe lip paints in the shade, I can't remember the shade, but this lip paint is from Morphe, is a matte lip paint. So I've applied that in the inner side of her lips, and I've told the model to blend and smush that very hard into her lips. So that's what she's doing right now. While she's doing that, I'm just going to contour the nose. You all know, if you don't contour your client's nose, that makeup will really make sense. So you have to contour that nose, make sure it's well snatched, because if the nose is not snatched, the makeup will not make sense. So you need to contour the nose. So after doing that, I've grabbed my Fenty Beauty lip gloss in the shade, I think this is hot chocolate, yeah, in the shade hot chocolate. So I'm just applying that on the outer corner of her lips, on top of the lip liner. So I'm going to use that all around her lips, and then I'm going to leave the inner side of her lips where I applied the Morphe lip paint. I'm going to leave that inner side. Then now I'm grabbing my MAC lip gloss, and I'm just going to apply that on the inner side of her lips, just to complete the whole look. I could give you satisfaction, and you know we out here every day with it. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically I'm saying either way we bout to slide. Can't let this one slide. 2,000 shorties wanna tie the knot, yeah. 200 shooters on my brother's block, yeah. Pedal off the roads like I love it not, maybe not. I don't know what's wrong with me, I can't stop, yeah. Won't stop, yeah. Never stop. Got so many ops, I be mistaken ops for other ops. Got so many people that I love out of trouble spots. Other than the family, I gotta see either you or me. That's just how I think it's either you or me. This life got too deep for you, baby. 2 or 3 of us about to creep what it's saying. Black leather glove, no sequins. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody got a piece in it. Gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up. To complete the look, I'm just going ahead and I'm applying glue on her T-dot, because I want to use some rhinestones. So I'm applying glue on the places I'm going to place the rhinestones. So I'm just putting that in the inner side of her T-dot and underneath her eyelid. Sorry, not her eyelid, underneath her bottom lashes. So as you can see, I'm applying the rhinestones on the same areas I applied the glue. Basically I'm saying either way we about to slide. So here I'm just applying the highlighter. I'm just applying that on her cheekbones and on the forehead and underneath her lips. And I'm just grabbing my eyebrow brush just to brush those brows, you know, just in case the brows got messy. So I'm just like brushing it just to give it that final touch to make them look neat and nice. And this is basically it, guys. This look was stunning. It came out beautifully, like it was beautiful. So now I'm just spraying her face with the setting spray from YSL. This spray does wonders. Like whenever I spray my client face with this setting spray, the makeup stays the whole day. You can even use the makeup for the next day. That was what one of my clients, she told me she left her makeup to the next day and she went to church with it. That was so funny. She was like, all the products you use are so good. So like that makeup did not move a tiny bit. I was like, thank you so much. So yeah, I'm done with the look. This is how it looks. It looks so stunning and beautiful. So this is the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the family. I'll see you all in my next one. Bye bye.